Hey guys, what's going on? This is Hobo Roadrunner. Me and the pups, we are currently in the town of Ballinger, Texas, and we're hanging out in front of the old Santa Fe station, which is now City Hall for Ballinger. So we didn't get to ride out from Cisco like we wanted to. Matter of fact, when I went to go see if there was a westbound parked on the side rail, just right before I reached the track, a local cop pulled up, and he wasn't an asshole. He was actually pretty nice, but he made it very clear I can't be on the tracks or the trains. Otherwise, he would be the one taking me to jail. So yeah, that never got to happen. There's local cops roaming around over here right now. Anyways, I'm actually sick right now. That's why I probably sound a little different. If I do, I'm sorry. Whatever, right? Um, I just been hacking up a cough the last 3 or 4 days, and it just hasn't very been well. But I did take some Advil this morning. It seems to be helping. This town of Ballinger really holds a special place to me. Being originally from San Angelo, which is the next town we're going to. When I was a kid, growing up, my mother was always. It's a family thing where we always where we like to travel and do all this other stuff. Go see the small historic towns like Ballinger, for example, or Miles, and basically, get to see the antique stores and the thrift stores and the museums and stuff like that. And Ballinger was mainly outside of San Angelo, the one town with that she would always take us at. So it really does hold, when I come to Ballinger, it's one of the towns where I don't get fucked with, basically. Like you could be carrying the biggest pack in the world and they still won't do it. I mean, they might come by and check on you, which they do to me every now and then, but never have they harassed me and such. And I say thank you, Ballinger Police Department, because y'all always treated us pretty good, and the Sheriff's Department too. And so yeah, just to give a little history, since I actually do know this area a lot. Like I said, we're in front of the Ballinger train station. There was actually 3 train stations. There was the passenger station, there was a freight station about a block and a half down the line, and then there was another rail company. I can't remember. I think it was Abilene and Southern Railroad, and they ended up getting bought out by Missouri Pacific, which we now know as Union Pacific. And their station's actually 5 or 6 blocks down the road this way, and the city owns that one too, but they use it for storage. But it looks like a castle. It really does. It looks like this cubicle right here is in like on one end of the building, and it has like 2 castle points coming up. It's really fun to look at. I like it. This is, as you can tell, was originally Santa Fe area. They sold the tracks in I want to say it was the it was the late 80s or early 90s that they sold the tracks to a company called South Orient Railroad, which they got their name from the Kansas City, Mexico, and Orient, if I remember correctly, railroad. I might have butchered the name, but that's where they got their name from. And then I think either they went out of business or they ended up being bought out and merged with another company, which we now know as Texas Pacifico Transportation. But the line itself is owned by the Texas Department of Transportation now. So this line goes all the way from San Angelo Junction, which is near Coleman and Santa Ana, all the way out to Fort Stockton. And then they have another line south of Fort Stockton that goes all the way out to Alpine, and then all the way to the Mexican border, which I'm not sure if that portion's still active. I think I've read somewhere that that portion of the line's been abandoned since like the 60s or 70s. The reason why it goes all the way out there is because the guy who originally did this line wanted to what was it? I might be missing something, but I think it was either the Santa Fe guy or the guy who did the original Orient Railroad. Yeah, it was the guy who did the original Orient Railroad. He wanted to go to go build a line, the quickest line all the way to the Pacific. But by then they had already reached California, so wasn't any point. But anyways, yeah, this is Ballinger. Really love this town. If I could live here, my suggestion would be this park right here behind me. They need to have 24-hour water, 24-hour electricity, and a nice bathroom. And basically have it where if you pay like $10 a week, I know that's stretching it, $10 a week, you can fucking stay there. Why not?